Hello again, Mr. Pule here, the instructor. Why are you watching this? Because you enrolled in this class, Intro to Hazardous Material and Waste, or AKA HazMat. So let's get started on this orientation. This is the specific orientation, which covers things that apply just to this specific course, Introduction to Hazardous Materials and Waste. You should have already watched the video General Orientation Fall 2024, which gives you general information. Be sure to watch both orientations, because if you don't, you're gonna call me with a stupid question. And I'm gonna say, did you watch the orientation? You're gonna go, no. All right. So please watch them both. They don't hurt. The books are HazMat Technician Level Responder Textbook and Hazard Communication Training Student Manual. Both are included in this course. You don't have to buy any books, and they're in Module 0 and will be there during the full semester. I suggest you print them, and maybe that's just me being an old-fashioned guy. I like to read, when I read something, I like to be it in print. So, but there's the two books. You don't need to buy anything. Isn't that nice? You're welcome. Okay, I'm Mr. Pule again, your instructor. Again, you can find out more about me by watching that video, How I Became a Safety Professional and my OSHA experience, which covers many on-the-job accidents I have seen and my encounters with OSHA, which have been many also. It's available in all classes, so if you viewed it once, you don't have to view it again, unless, of course, you enjoyed it so much. Be sure to view it at least once, because there's a lot of good stuff in it. There's not part of the curriculum as far as like tests go and everything. So anyhow, so again, I don't have office hours at Carl Albert, but I'm readily available by phone, text at 918-839-6990, a number you're going to find all over the place, or email at rwpule@carlalbert.edu. I could come to the Poto campus to meet with you if need be, or if we need to meet offsite somewhere, we can do that too. The first and largest part of this course is taught at the emergency responder operations / technical level responders level. This is covered in 29 CFR 1910.120, which covers a lot of stuff that 120 does. This is not intended to be a comprehensive course, but a general guide only. You're not going to be prepared to go out there and respond to a hazardous release. But so you'll probably never have to respond to a major incident, but you should know the information contained in this course. Your company may have some stuff that might fall under hazardous. A lot of companies do. I'm going to move up to the top now. All right. Some of the things in this course we're going to cover are HazMat terminology, the verbiage you use in this stuff, regulations governing hazardous material workers, incident command structure, emergency response guidebook, health effects of hazardous materials, monitoring technologies, equipment, and their capabilities and limitations, various types of personal protective equipment, or PPE, and the proper function, inspection, maintenance, and uses of each. It's a pretty meaty subject there. PPE is important in safety, and in HazMat it's extremely important, because sometimes that's all you got. You can't do any of the other things in the hierarchy of just hierarchy of controls. There's no way you can substitute it or eliminate it or use engineering controls. Some administrative controls work, like training and stuff like that, but generally it comes down to PPE. Decontamination. What do you do after you've been in a hazardous site? Now what happens? In this course, there is a FEMA project, Federal Emergency Management Association. When successfully completed, you'll receive 2 certificates, not one, but 2. One for Introduction to Hazardous Materials and the other for Introduction to Incident Management System. These are good to have and will look great on your resume. This will be available to you from the start of the course until the end of Module 8. Now, these aren't easy courses. Modules 6 and 7 in this course do not contain anything in them. That's 2 weeks you're going to have to give you time to finish the FEMA projects. But I strongly urge you to get started on them right away. Together, they count for 500 points, so be sure to do them. They will no longer be available after Module 8, so don't wait. These are important. So you have to go online and do it, but I know every one of you is better at going online and getting things done than I am. And I went online and got these and did these myself before I started this class, teaching this class. So they are interesting, and they're very, very beneficial. And they, like I said, look good on your resume. The second part of this course is on hazard communication, which is covered in 29 CFR 1910.1200. This is also touched on in the first part of this course and is somewhat covered in other classes, but that's fine because as a safety professional or even a supervisor, we really need to know about hazard communication. It's very important that people working around hazardous chemicals know about the hazards involved, and it'll probably be up to you to see that this happens. Hazard communication is usually misunderstood by most people and most certainly be part of your responsibilities as a safety professional. And hazard communication is misunderstood by most people. They think it only comes into play during an OSHA inspection. In fact, if done properly, it comes into play many times each and every workday. Again, hazard communication will almost certainly be part of your responsibilities as a safety professional. Safety and environmental. In other than very large companies, the safety department frequently handles environmental issues. In California, my title was Director of Safety and Environmental Compliance. At OK Foods, a much larger company, it was just Safety Director. So don't be surprised if at some point in your career in safety, you are tasked with handling environmental issues. And this course will help you. So do what I did. Accept it, embrace it, as a matter of fact. Hire a good consultant for the first major report you need to do. Read the regulations, ask people you know who more about than you do, and work on it. I didn't know anything about it, but you know what? I just went ahead and like I just said, I hired a consultant for the first time I had to do emission reports for the Air Quality Management District, but after that I could do them on my own. And safety environmental. Whoops, I think it was this time here. Okay. When I first got the job as in California in charge of safety and environmental, they had already hired a consultant to work on the stormwater project. And see if I can find it. There you go. Was first given responsibility. Stormwater pollution program were just being started. My company hired a consultant to get this plan written. This dude wrote a 1-inch thick program like consultants like to do. They like to give you something thick, but his main interest was sure he got paid. He said we had to send this to the EPA. I sent it to the EPA and then started looking into this new regulation. Here's what I learned. We did not have to submit it to the EPA. In fact, they sent it back. There was a very simple example program in the regulations. We did not have to spend thousands on a consultant to get this done. I wrote a new policy, scrapped the one thick doorstop of a policy that this dude made, and never had any problems with it afterwards. So when you're hiring consultants, I didn't hire these consultants. Thank God, I'd be embarrassed. But when consultants are being hired, they're not, sometimes they don't know what they're doing, especially if it's something new. So I didn't know anything about environmental, so I didn't know anything until he got done with all this stuff. I find out what I had to do. So some of my experience with environmental issues are in the How I Became a Safety Professional and my OSHA experience video. Again, watch it if you haven't already. This course is a good foundation for you regarding emergency response, hazardous chemicals, PPE, among many other things. I strongly recommend that you start on the FEMA project right away. It will be a good learning experience and give you something from a government organization to put on your resume. Okay, read the book, watch the videos, do the quizzes, assignments, and tests well, and in a timely manner, and you shouldn't have any problems getting a good grade in this course. All right, I'm not the one that likes to say my courses are so tough that not too many people pass them. Most of my students get A's. So I expect you will too. If you keep at it, do the work, get it in on time. That's it. Goodbye.